Hi, welcome to Electric Trekker Creations. My name is Bex. Today I'm going to be making the 3 See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil skulls, and I'm going to be painting in their hands. You can see me painting the See No Evil one here, and I'm going to speed you up through this. Basically, I'm painting the 3 skulls' hands. I'm doing them in pink, blue and purple. In between painting them, I'm then cleaning off any excess powder that I may have inadvertently sprayed whilst painting, because you don't want any of the powder being outside of the hands unless you are specifically doing the fill in the same colour as the hands. I'm taking my time here to turn the mould back the right way because I'm trying to reduce the amount of powder that I flick off. You can see me just cleaning out after doing that and then retouching up where powder may have came off where it touched my gloves. Moving on to the Speak No Evil, and I'm just going to play some music through this now. Last but not least, Hear No Evil. So the skulls had between 210 and 260 grams written on them, so I mixed up 700 grams of resin and split it between 3 cups because I wanted to do blue, purple and pink glitters. Everything that I've used that I can find a link for I will put in the description below. I have put the resin through the debubbler to try and reduce the amount of bubbles and sprayed it with alcohol, as well as I didn't spray the blue and purple skulls, but I pour from a great height very slowly, and then I squish all the bits where I think bubbles might be trapped, taking care not to squish where the powder is. You can see me here doing the cheeks on the purple one and around the bottom edge. Luckily there's no paint on that one down there. So moving on to the pink one, it did go through the debubbler, but not for as long as the resin that went into the blue and purple. So there is some bubbles left, so I did spray the skull. I am still pouring very slowly and gingerly, tapping out where I think bubbles might go. Moving on to some extra moulds. At this point I was thinking I might try and attach some of these as ornamentation to the skulls. And cue available music. You may have seen that I used the G3. As a point to note, be careful how you stack your moulds in there. The purple one got caught on the underside. It was totally okay, but it did get stuck, so just a warning, check when you put your moulds in. Otherwise it worked beautifully. Wearing a finger brace because I actually have trigger finger and it's triggering at the moment, and I'm trying to stop it because it can look quite rude. Don't forget to turn your moulds the right way around once you demould. Oh, I'm pleased with that. That looks lovely. And the glitter did stay up the top as well. I was worried about that. There we go. Let's do the blue one next. real. I hope I'm doing this under the camera. It's a bit hard to tell. Just turn this back. Oh, see, that is so cool. I'm so happy with that. And I don't actually have any bubbles anywhere. And then the final one, the purple one, this front bit is a bit weird. As I said, it got stuck on the G3. These are hard to demold at the best of times, and when my finger's triggering, it does not make it easy. Okay, and this is the purple one. Again, I can't see or feel any bubbles. This is awesome. Let me just cut this off. So my plan, is I have plans to decorate these, so give me a minute and I will come back once I've moved this. I'm going to put these back under the G3, but yeah, and then I will decorate these while I'm waiting for these to dry, so give me a second. These are the colours that I painted the skull hands. They are magenta, purple and blue. These two are from Lily Collie, and this is from a different set. And then these two are from a glitter set that I bought. I will link everything in the description. On to decorating the skulls. I have this set of flowers that I bought, and I'm going to use these to decorate the skulls. I've decided to create tiaras for each of the skulls. Just coming up now is the one that I've made for the blue skull. It's very pretty. And then this is the one that I've started for the purple skull. It's basically some wire that I've twisted round into a pattern and then added purple flowers to. I'm going to stick it to the skull using the power paste. To start with, what I did was I straightened the wire using wire straightening pliers. The wire for the pink is not the same as the wire for the other two, basically because I didn't have any pink in the same size. Basically, I'm taking the round nose pliers and creating the end bits. This is to give something, a nice finish to the end, and then flattening them to make sure there's no pokey bits. I then put the two ends together, and this is to help me find the middle to start making the pattern with. Now that I've found the centre, I twist it round the ring nose pliers to give myself a loop, and then I decide I'm going to make some other loops to make this into a flower. I twist each end to make sure it's right, and then I forget which is the side I took it from, so I just measure it again to make sure I add the third loop on the correct side of the wire. This can be a little bit fiddly, and twisting it to make sure that they're the right way and that you're happy with them, but it comes with practice. I haven't practiced in a while and I think it shows, but I still think they're pretty. I'm then deciding how far along I want the next set to be, and then realise that I need to actually check it against the skull first, because the hands on this one go up to the top. I need to make sure that the next flowers are splayed far enough away. And here's me taking the measurement of where I want the flower to be. I'm going to speed you up through the process of making the flowers because you've already seen me make the flowers in the middle of the tiara. Now that's done, I'm just going to check it against the skull again to make sure it fits as expected and that I've got them in the right place. And then I realised that I do, but now it's not exactly the same length on the sides, so I fixed that quickly. Once the tiara is actually made, I then glue the flowers on using the power paste. And yes, in case anyone is wondering, I stuck my fingers together, I stuck my fingers to the flowers, I stuck my fingers to the tiara. I really don't think I should be allowed to use glue alone by myself. I'm quite dangerous. And yes, I cut all of those bits out of the video and they have been deleted from history. Time to glue the tiara to the skull. Again, I use the power paste. I should say that actually none of the things I used are sponsored. I don't get paid by anybody to use or sponsor anything or recommend anything. This is all just stuff that I've bought myself. Now would be the time to say that this video is part of the Skull Sunday collaboration, which is hosted by the lovely Lula from Nerd Goblin Creates. It's a monthly collaboration with the video every last Sunday of the month. The link to the collaboration is in my description box below. Please follow the link and watch all the skulls from the other fabulous artists that are part of this creation. I'm sure you'll be delighted to know I'm not taking you through gluing the tiaras to either of the other two. We're just going to go straight on to the extras and what I made with those. I decided I didn't like any of these as wings, etc. attached to the skulls, so that I didn't waste them, I decided to make a couple of pair of earrings and keychain. I've sped you up through all of this. If anyone has any questions, you can always ask me in the comments. With the earrings, I'm adding a jump ring to the small wing and attaching that to the ear hook. I make sure the ear hook loop is facing the right way so the wing faces forward. And then I add a pretty spacer between the top wing and the long wing that I want on the bottom. And again, I check to make sure that they're both facing the same way. As you can see, a very pretty, delicate pair of earrings. The second set are really simple. the pair of wings is already together, so I just add the jump ring and the ear loop, and there we go. This is me just checking I have the wing in the right orientation and turning the ear hook so it hangs forward. The final piece is a keychain or a bag charm, whichever you like. I decide to add 2 of the angel wings to a piece of chain and to stagger them. This is me here just opening up the loops so I can get the length of chain that I want. Once I've done that, I add a jump ring to the end of the chain and then add the first angel wing. I then do the same with the other angel wing at the other end of the chain, but this time I check to make sure that they're both facing the same way on the chain. I then decide how big I want the stagger to be, add the jump ring in the middle of the chain, well, in the right position on the chain, and then add that to the heart. Please hang around for the glamour shots at the end. If you can hear fireworks, I apologise.